Hey Gemini, happy birthday, happy Gemini season. Hope overall everything is going well. Um, yeah, let's go ahead and hop into your reading, and we're going to see what's going on with you and the person on your mind. All right. But before we do that, I want to call our energy back into the present moment. Just kind of ground ourselves a little bit before we hop into this. So you can breathe in, breathe out, repeat after me, or you can fast forward. That's totally fine. All right, Gemini. So let's go ahead and breathe in through the nose. And you can repeat, I am whole. I am loved. And I am more than enough. All right, I am more than enough. Okay, Gemini. I'm pretty calm right now, but I am sipping on a Red Bull. So you might witness the switch up throughout the reading, okay, when I start getting hyper. So it happens. So let's see how your person is showing up for you right now. And then we're going to pull what the situation is. What do you want out of the situation? What is currently delaying what you want in the situation? And then the outcome of what's going on, okay? So here we go. Let's see how your person's showing up for you, Gemini. All right, here we go. Ooh, the owl. Okay, this could be a fellow air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and I'm also getting some earth energy. The mouse and the snake, so it could be a Virgo, could be a Capricorn, could be a Taurus, okay? This is definitely like my Virgo card. All right, so this person could have Virgo in their chart. So whoever this is, intuitively, what I'm getting is they feel like there's a big opportunity with you, okay? The owl is an animal spirit. It's someone who can see beyond the veil. It's like the high priestess, okay? The owl has a lot of wisdom. I feel like you and this person have history together, okay? I feel like you all have history together. I'm also getting, there is an energy of intimidation, okay, when it comes to you. Like there's a part of this person who they feel like they look at you like a treasure. That's usually when the owl shows up. Like they look at you and they feel like they associate a lot of abundance and prosperity with you, okay? And they also feel like there's an opportunity for growth and expansion, okay? Like I'm getting like the Wheel of Fortune, okay? I do sense that you have completed some sort of cycle with who this is. So I feel like maybe at one point with this person, this may only resonate with some of you Gemini, but at one point this person felt like it was the end. But now this person's looking like they're sensing like, no, I feel like there could be a positive turnaround with me and Gemini, you know? And so the thing is, there's one side of them, this could definitely be another Gemini, okay, or somebody with Gemini in their chart. There's one part of them that sees all of this growth and abundance with you, okay? But then there's another part of them that is, thinking on a smaller scale, right? And even look at the difference. For one part of them is the owl, which in this case would be the predator, but then on the other side of them, it's more like prey. And if you look, the owl would absolutely, right, like pick up the mouse, pick up the snake energy. So yeah, like there's two sides of them, and one side, I feel like this is an aspect of them that's a bit intimidated by you, or intimidated by what they would need to do to experience all of that abundance and prosperity that they see with you. Because the snake is about untapped potential, okay? And in order for them to, they're sensing, Gemini, like they're sensing, in order for me to get everything I want with Gemini, I'm gonna have to tap into a part of myself that I've never tapped into, okay? And the snake usually shows up when it's like, it says in the book, when the snake card appears, make haste, okay? Like it's not time to wait. And there's another side of them that's like, I don't know if we should do that. I don't know if we should make a move. I don't know if, I don't know if I should try that. I would say the larger aspect of them, like even that owl in the snake energy, is saying it's time to make a move. But then there's also this part of themselves with the mouse that is like asking all of these questions, like, well, how are you going to do that? And, what's going to happen? Think like anxious Virgo energy. That's the mouse. Okay. It's wanting to know all the, ins and outs of like, how's this all going to work? Like, even if you do that, like, how's it going to work? But then there's this other side of them that it's like, no, it's going to work. Like, we just got to go in there and, do something. Okay. So all right. I just heard that, that 112 song, Cupid doesn't lie, but we don't know unless we give it a try. Look what comes out, the Phoenix. I told you, I feel like this is somebody that you have experienced some sort of closing of a chapter. Okay. The Phoenix, new phase, rekindle, renew, transformation, growth, and changed mind. Okay. So something else I'm getting with who this is this is coming through big time now that the Phoenix is coming in. This person, whatever ending you all had, okay, they did not see the value in the relationship with you, right? Just for lack of better words, okay? I'm not saying that they never saw your value, Gemini, or anything like that, okay? So just stay with me. But they may have, like when things ended, they may have, like their perspective on the situation, there was a lot of negativity that they associated in the connection with you two. And now with the owl spirit, this person, I'm getting like changed their mind. And now they're looking back and they're like, oh, that's why all that happened with Gemini. And they're realizing, the value of the relationship. Okay. Like the almost like on a spiritual level. Okay. And I'm getting to like in their experience, there's something that happened with you two that recently, okay, something has happened in their life right now. Okay. And it made them reflect back on to you and their relationship with you, their connection with you, and like recognize, I don't know. Hold on. I'll come back to that because there's a way that wants to come through. It's almost like they're saying, oh, I get it now. Oh, I see it now. Okay. I definitely feel like this person wants to reconcile with you. I'm getting that big time if some of you are watching for that. So getting like Scorpio energy. This could be a Scorpio, even though I don't see any water. It's like, okay, so like how it's coming through is it's almost like this person is saying it's better to have Gemini in my life than not in my life, okay? It would be a wiser choice to have Gemini in my life. Let's see. So let's, okay, clarify. All right, Hand of Cards is coming out. What does Gemini want here in this connection? The Golden Mirror. Self-absorbed, narcissist, one-sided relationship, love bombing. Interesting. I'll come back to that, okay? And what is preventing Gemini from getting what they want here in this connection? Love, all right? Unconditional love, self-love, oneness, passion, affection, and attraction. I think for some of you with the Golden Mirror, you may feel like this person, you want this person to recognize, you know, maybe you feel like they're a bit narcissistic, okay? Maybe you feel like, you know, it is a one-sided relationship, okay? Or like maybe you could feel like in your relationship with this person, things were very one-sided, okay? This person was very self-absorbed. Because something I'm getting with you is like you're unwilling potentially to move forward with who this is if they can't recognize, you know, this aspect of themselves, you know, like something about them. Like you could say, you know, I know this word gets tossed around a lot, but you could say that they were narcissistic, that they only, you know, cared about themselves. We'll come back to that. All right, I'm going to pull the outcome when we're done clarifying this. Let's clarify your person here with the owl. Clarify this person. Okay. Yep, the Seven of Swords. Okay. Aquarius. Yep. Moon in Aquarius. So this person is like watching you, keeping an eye on you. I mean, whenever I say this, y'all, I mean, I hope that this person's not literally, you know, like watching you, stalking you, but whoever this is, remember I saw Hand of Cards? I don't know if you all remember that, but I saw Hand of Cards. So they're not showing, you know, like you don't see them watching you, but they are. Like they're keeping an eye on you. They may even be keeping tabs, okay, with the Seven of Swords and the owl. like to get information, just like it could just be on your social media. All right. There's a number of things I'm getting with that. I'm getting a lot of moon energy with this person too. A lot of suppressed feelings, a lot of suppressed emotions. Okay. Get Pisces energy. And very secretive. Okay. Very secretive. Yeah, expressing how they feel to you. Look at that. The Temperance card with there's the Wheel of Fortune. Told you. Temperance with the Lovers. Okay. There you are, right? The Sag, your partner sign. Okay. There's a Six of Cups. I'm absolutely getting, reconciliation energy. But yeah, this is about exposing like something about themselves. They're worried about exposing themselves to you, maybe making themselves vulnerable. Okay. Highly emotional. All right, is what I'm getting to. Like this person, I think you trigger a lot of emotion, and almost with the Seven of Swords, there's still a part of them that denies it. Like they almost, try to ignore it. And I'm still getting a lot of anxiety here. Let's see. Well, let's see what the Phoenix is. So this is the situation. So something's telling me that, if this is here, then it can be that they're already showing me that you all are about to enter a new phase, a new chapter with this person, or there's about to be Queen of Swords, Six of Wands in reverse wanted to come up. Okay. This looks like almost some sort of disagreement, okay? Like currently you two, you're in some sort of disagreement, like things are not settled between you two, Gemini. This could be you, the Queen of Swords. All right, some of you may have Libra in your chart. Six of Wands in reverse is telling me that, remember I said that I think things ended with you two? Like this is almost like this is going to come up again, like I don't know, things are not settled. Things are not settled between you and this person. I'm getting this energy of you winning, okay? Or like something's about to happen where you're going to be in a position to like make some sort of like you're going to make the decision about what you want to do with this connection, because I feel like it's like something's about to come back up, okay? Because, yeah, Six of Wands reverse, I would read that as the Five of Wands, and that is Saturn and Leo, okay? I told you that there's something going on here where actually this person they could be recognizing like they're recognizing, oh, I lost. And so this is the new phase. This is I'm almost getting like the Judgment card. Like there's, with this individual, it's like like the tables, the wheel of fortune, like the tables are turning. Okay. Okay. And the new phase is like you like stepping into almost like a position of power or authority. There's the death card. All right. Let me, I want to ask one more time. Okay, yeah, Page of Swords. Hold on. You're also like, you're just in a new, I don't know, I'm getting this vibe with you. This is you, I feel. Like you're just in this kind of new, there's this new like air about you. Okay? No pun intended. Because I feel like you have stepped away. Like whatever has happened here, you stepped away and it's been a hot mess or something like that. Been a hot mess without you? Okay. Yes, the Hermit. I feel like I'm getting this is you. You're just sitting and you're kind of, you know, almost like this person thinks that that you don't know what's going on, or this person, you know, feels like they're remaining hidden, but you're over here like, no, I see you. You know, you're like, no, I see you. Okay. That's you. You're looking at them like, mm-hmm. I don't know, Gemini. I feel like, and as I'm about to say this, the Lovers is coming out. I feel like you have a few people. I feel like the reason why the Six of Wands is in reverse is because, like, you have a few people that may be like coming back up. Okay. And maybe it's you rising like the phoenix from the ashes. Okay. Let's see. Let me see what you want here. What does Gemini want in this situation? Can you clarify? The Chariot. Okay, this is about overcoming obstacles. All right, moving on, moving forward. Yeah, I definitely get this vibe with you. Like, you're not in a space where, you know, there's no going back is the vibe I'm getting. I even saw that with the Death card. Like, there's no going back to the way that things used to be, you know, to the way that you used to be. All right. Because your vision is different. Your perspective is different. Okay. The Golden Mirror. I feel like if anything, this is the vibe I'm getting. Okay, hold on. You got the Chariot. The Chariot is a very direct energy, right? And Gemini, you know, for the most part, I think you are a very direct sign. Okay, or you are someone that communicates very directly, and I'm almost getting that you would like to, you know, if anything, communicate the truth, or you would like to be direct, or have maybe, yeah, like speak directly to this person and just let them know, you know, here's the vibe that I got from you. Here's my perspective. Like almost like you want to give your perspective on, you know, the situation. Okay. Because it's interesting. Both of you are showing up in this period of reflection, but you're over here like, interestingly enough, we have Virgo and Pisces. Okay. Which we are about to shift out of currently. You know, the North Node and the South Node I believe, are in Pisces and Virgo, right? But then we're about to shift, or you can say Rahu and Ketu are in Pisces and Virgo, and we're about to shift into Aquarius and Leo being the south node. So there's something about that shift because look, you have Leo right here, okay? And Aquarius, right? So the shift happens, I believe the north and south node move in Leo season. I think it's July 26th. And so I'm already like kind of getting a gauge on the timeline of when I see this all starting to unfold. Okay. And yeah, I don't, if anything, I feel like they're looking at things from maybe a more emotional, like emotional space, and you're looking at things from a like higher level of consciousness, okay? Yeah, hold on. I'm looking at the Chariot and the Golden Mirror. I just feel like it's almost like I'm seeing you bringing this mirror directly to this person and showing, you know, like telling them to look at themselves. Okay. And maybe just telling them like, whatever you give me, that's what I give back to you. Whatever you're going to give me, I'm going to give that back to you. I'm not going to lie. I think that some of you right now, you're not really in a place to like where like, I don't know if you really like who this is. I'm going to be honest with you. This person's coming through, but I don't, you know, you got the Empress coming out. Okay. Let me clarify love. Or maybe you just don't like what they do. Love is what is stopping you from getting what you want. The Emperor. So now you have the Emperor and the Empress coming out. Self-love, oneness, passion, affection, and attraction, unconditional love. All right, hold on. Yeah, I keep seeing the Empress. Two of Pentacles. Could be something like, this is indicating some sort of decision. All right. Some sort of long-term decision here. Unconditional love. This one's a little tricky. So it can be that maybe it's a little tricky because the emperor and the empress could be an actual person. Okay. That is delaying, like at the very least, you being able to, be very direct with this person, have a very direct conversation. Okay. So this could be an Aries, Scorpio, Taurus, Libra. And you have Capricorn. I'm getting the mother or father. There's a mother or father type of energy. Yeah, there could be like some, I don't know, relationship with either this emperor or empress that is currently stopping you from moving forward the way you want, or being able to, like I said, be direct with this person. Okay. Okay. I think I see what's going on here. All right. Sometimes I have to like stare and look at it for a while. All right. So you're showing up like the Queen of Swords and the Hermit. And I feel like something's going on here where there's a disagreement. There's kind of like, I don't know, something messy going on. All right. Queen of Swords is someone who's very diplomatic. Okay. And remember I said Libra. So we have like the emperor, the empress, to like just very wise, very, like, I don't want to say non-confrontational, but I definitely get that vibe. And remember I said you're kind of like in a different space, because in my opinion, I don't think that Gemini is a non-confrontational sign. I think Gemini does not have a problem with, it's not even about being confrontational. It's about like, Gemini is going to say what they're going to say. Okay, it's like, I'm just going to say it. It is what it is. It needs to be said. However, you're kind of like hanging back. You're not really saying it. Okay. And so just, I don't know what the situation is, y'all. I'm telling you what I'm getting right now. Okay. Because it like hit me. Whoever this is, I feel like you love this person. I do. I actually feel like there is unconditional love. That's what's stopping you from, it's not really getting what you want. It's like really doing what you want to do, right? I feel like this is you confronting someone, and like almost like calling a spade a spade. And it's funny because I saw Hand of Cards, and you're like, a part of you, I think, would like to take a risk and call something out. And just say, look, this is what I see. The Chariot is like tunnel vision. And it is it is a level of expression. It's Cancer. All right. And I think, yeah, this is you being very direct and saying, like, let me show you. How I want to show you how you make me feel. Like it's something like that. Yeah, like I want to bring this right to your front door. Here's what it is, okay? But I don't think you're doing that. Look at this Queen of Swords. See how she's hanging back where she's like, oh no. Like you're not emotionally responding or anything like that. You're not acting from a place of emotion. And I feel like that has this person on alert. That has them on alert with the Seven of Swords and the Moon. Because you're very mysterious right now. And again, I still feel like they see a lot of opportunity with you, but it's like requiring them to step out of their comfort zone. And that's the fear. That's what they're afraid to do. It's like, I feel like they want to ask you a question, and you're sitting here like, if you want to ask me a question, you can ask me a question. Okay. I'm not going to volunteer, whatever information. You're sitting with the information. You're not giving them the information. And I think a part of it is because, there's something here where you may feel like I'm not doing that because, there is something about this being a very one-sided relationship. And I think that remember I said I don't think you like this person right now. I think you love who this is. I could be wrong. If it doesn't resonate, it doesn't resonate. I do think you care about this person. Okay. Cause I keep getting the Emperor and the Empress. So I'm seeing someone respected, or there's somebody involved that you love and you care about. Could be a child. I don't know. There's somebody involved here that you love and you care about. And so, you're like hanging back. I'm almost getting this like, you're watching what happens. You're like watching before the phoenix rises from the ashes. Okay. Before you pop up like Kendrick, peekaboo. Okay. Gemini. Okay. So that I feel is because I was staring like, what am I getting here? And there's somebody involved. I don't know what's going on here, but you love this person. You care about this person. And it could be the same individual. So like, you're just keeping a lot to yourself right now for the time being. But that doesn't mean that, like there's like, I don't know, there's beef. Things are unsettled. Things are not fully. There could be a lot of people involved too, because that's the Five of Wands. Okay. All right. So I don't know, Gemini. I don't even know if that makes sense. All right. All right. So is this the outcome? I'm seeing love call. Definitely getting a conversation. I feel like this is it. Okay. So you have girl talk and love call. Right. So I'm absolutely getting some sort of conversation. And we're going to talk about this over on part 2, the extended. Okay. So, sometimes you got to pop out. I don't know. I'm kind of seeing you. I don't know what this reading is about, but I'm seeing you hanging in the background. Like, do I need to pop out on somebody for somebody? So, okay. Yes, we're going to talk about this, what it means for you and your person moving forward together. Okay. We're going to talk about, we're going to dive deeper into your person's feelings and emotions about you and the connection with you, what they want overall with you, Gemini. We're going to look at how they are looking at you, what they think you're feeling, what they think you want. I'm going to pull the best potential outcome for you too. Timeline of forward movement. Okay. And the call to action for each of you. All right. So if this reading made sense, okay. If it makes sense, then you can follow me over to watch part 2. The link is in the description or at the top of the comments. If this is where we part ways, love you all. And I hope that the reading provided, something for you. And I'll see you next time. Peace.